Hey guys, it has been 2 weeks since my last update, and tomorrow I'm turning a new week. I'll be 13 weeks tomorrow, so before I went to sleep tonight, I had to make sure I did a video. So like I said, tomorrow will be 13 weeks, so I'm going to be reviewing weeks 11 and 12. I feel like a lot's been going on. In the very beginning of my pregnancy, it felt like time was going so slow. And then I had the scare, and then I had the scan, which the baby was measuring 8 days behind. So I had to relive week 8 all over again. But then somewhere around weeks 9 or 10, I believe, it's just been speeding up, and that's why it's been 2 weeks since the update. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it has. So I am happy that things are moving a little faster. I'll try to stick to my weekly updates. So in weeks 11 and 12, I bought more maternity shirts, and in the very beginning of this pregnancy, I didn't think I would, and I think I even said in one of my videos that I was okay with one or two and using shirts that can just be worn for it. But I don't know, I'm really happy to be buying them and knowing that I'll be more comfortable than I was last time I was pregnant, because it is my last time. And I don't know, I just want to look back and know that one time in the 3 pregnancies I actually wore really cute clothes that were meant for pregnancy. So I'll go ahead and insert the picture of the 3 shirts I bought from Old Navy. And then I think it was a couple days after that, my husband came home from work with this cute little number. And again, most people that have looked at that, it obviously looks boyish. But again, like I explained on the onesies that we bought, I think it was in my 10-week video that I showed you, if it happens to be a girl, I'm sure I could put on some white pants and white bow with the camo ribbon or something. So I'm not really worried about it. And again, I'm going to be buying more boyish looking colors and stuff, because I think that works out better. And also in week 11, my oldest one turned 5 years old. Can't believe it. I was super emotional the day before and the day of, and I don't know, it just reminded me of how far I've come as a mom in the last 5 years. He was my first little one, and I had to learn everything, I look back and laugh at the things, things we did when he was little and things we didn't know they had in the stores to make our life easier, and, fast forward to where we are now, and it's just been amazing. In week 12, I had my first official prenatal visit with a new midwife. I know in one of my videos I had talked about a midwife that I met up with that I absolutely loved, and I did love her, I really did. But the reason why I saw a new one is because no matter what my insurance was saying, which they were saying that no matter what, out of pocket, the most I would pay for my whole maternity care, prenatal care, would be $1,000. But this midwife was saying something how she doesn't work that way, and it didn't make any sense. But she was saying that I'd have to pay over $4,000. And although she might have been worth it, we just don't have that money. So I had heard of another really good midwife and a really well-known in that area, and so I scheduled with her. I did have to drive an hour to see her, but it was well worth it. She had a beautiful office. The first midwife I saw was really completely independent. She didn't have a office really with a secretary or anything. She rented this little room out, and it was cute and stuff, but this is just a different, more official feel. But absolutely loved her. Let's see. We listened, and we got the baby's heartbeat, and that's the first time my husband had heard it since he wasn't with me at the scan, and that was the first time my boys had heard it. My little one couldn't care less. He kept playing with blocks, but my oldest one, he's been very interested in. He said, "Wow, that's very fast," and then went back to playing, so it was sweet. And they did blood work, and I don't know, I just, I kind of went over the review of my last 2 pregnancies and births and how I came to the decision to have a home birth this time. And one thing I really, really loved about her, I mentioned that in my last pregnancy, and probably my first one, I had low platelets. They kind of labeled me with like gestational thrombocytopenia, I think that's how it's pronounced, with my last one, which just means pregnancy-induced low platelets. And when I gave birth to my last baby, my platelets were 95. And from what I was told, you can't have an epidural until they're 97. That could be incorrect. It was at a German hospital, but that's what I was told. It's a good thing I wasn't planning on getting an epidural last time because I wouldn't have had one, apparently. So anyway, I warned her that that could happen this time, and maybe even worse. And right away, she knew of like an herb, some drop. I want to say it was like alfalfa, something very bizarre, but she said it's in drop form, and that helps with that. So I loved that. And I don't know, it was just really like kid friendly to bring my kids to. There was toys in her room, in the waiting area. I just really look forward to seeing her, and I pray so much that everything works out, and for some reason along the way I don't become no longer a candidate for a home birth, because anyone that knows me, if you're watching this, you know that I'm determined when I get my heart set on something, just like with the water birth with my last baby. Like, there is no stopping me. There was a point in the last pregnancy at the German hospital, because of the low platelets, they said they're way too low, you need a C-section today. And of course, panicking, crying, because I don't even think about ever having C-section. It's never an option in my head, and it should be, but I can't even think about it. So I went to the American hospital, did ultrasound, did all that stuff, and everything was fine. They just said I had low platelets, but I could choose where I wanted to go. And I still went back to the German hospital after what they told me and had a beautiful water birth, and I wouldn't change it. So, yeah, I'm very determined to have this home birth, and I pray and pray that I can. What else? So that brings me to, I just started rollerblading the other day. Making its way back from the 80s is rollerblading. And I just realized that I've just been really lazy these last 12 weeks. I'm very disappointed in myself. I had really hoped that I would be running throughout this whole thing, and if not, then definitely like spending 20 minutes a day exercising. That's just not how it's been. And I am quite disappointed in myself. So I said, Amber, come on, you need to start doing something. And so rollerblading it is. It's peaceful. I like to clear my head when I do it, and I do like a 20-minute workout. And don't let rollerblading fool you. I have been sore from rollerblading. So I'm going to keep trying, and maybe in my second trimester, if I'm feeling better, then I will maybe start jogging and eventually running. We'll see. Biggest symptom in the last couple of weeks, other than the ones I've been having and that haven't really gone away, is I'm really restless. I go to the restroom like 6 times before I fall asleep at night. Very annoying. But then once I finally get to sleep, I think I sleep like a solid 6 hours. And then around 5:30 in the morning, I wake up to use the restroom. And every morning I lay back down and I just cannot fall asleep. I want to stay awake. But at 5:30, it's not happening. So toss and turn, and every morning I fall asleep. But that's just been the biggest thing lately. Weight gain, I have gained 6 pounds in 12 weeks. I'm very happy with that number. Like I said, I'm disappointed in myself for not exercising. I honestly haven't been making the best food choices. I don't eat terrible, but I know that I can do better. So I expected to gain a lot of weight in the first trimester. And who knows, maybe it'll come later, but I'm really happy with the number it is now. Let's see. So I don't know, I posted this on my Facebook page. I don't know when everyone considers themselves in the second trimester. I know some people consider it 13 weeks, like they'll say, oh, I'm in second trimester, or 13 weeks in like 3 days, I think I've read, or 14 weeks is what like a lot of things read. But in my pregnancy journal, the Belly book by Amy Kay, which I love, the second trimester starts when you flip to week 13. So I'm going to consider myself in the second trimester tomorrow. And I'm happy about that. Again, I hope I start feeling better. And to pretty much sum up my first trimester, I would pretty much sum it up as emotional and stressful. I've had some family drama going on, and with the scare and everything, I've just been so stressed and emotional. And again, like when I had, thought about being pregnant for a third time, I was really looking forward to being like in tune with my body and mind, and maybe get into yoga and being peaceful and calm, and that's just not how it's been. And I know life just doesn't always work out how you want, but I'm really gonna try from now on to try to be calmer, take a couple minutes each day to sit down and close my eyes and just let everything go, because I know it's not good to be stressed out. And so I think that is it for weeks 11 and 12. Sorry, this is my longest update ever, I think. I apologize. I'll try to do an update in a week, but it may be 2 weeks for all I know. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the people who, say, when's your updates coming? Because it really means a lot to me that you care. So yeah, I will see you hopefully in a week. Bye.